This time, I'm standing. Oh. Why might that be? In the not unboxing video, I said I got something kind of special. And I think it is. You might look at it and go, what the fuck are you doing with that? I'll give you a clue. You know those wee, I don't have one at the moment, those wee headstock tuners. I have one, I've got a couple of those. I've got one for one guitar and one that lives upstairs for when I'm putting shit back together. Excuse me. It didn't work last night because there's nowhere to put it. That's right, I got a cricket bat. Cool, eh? This is a very old Cort licensed Steinberger copy. See, it says tuner, well, I can't even read that. What does it say? Tuner licensed by Steinberger Sound. Now, Ned Steinberger, I believe, he was an architect or some kind of engineer, and he ended up in the late 70s being like, you know, why can't we build guitars out of other shit, man? And he built these bizarre for the time, guitars out of maple and carbon stuff. This one, being a Cort, is 100% maple, aside from the obvious, you know, the rosewood fretboard and finish and shit, blah blah blah. And this is the guitar that helped put Cort on the map. In about 1984 they started building these, so this is at least 30 years old, maybe 34 at a push. I don't think it's one of the first somehow. This one still has everything's original except one of the saddles, which is in the case. I mean, I've got 5 saddles in the case. One of them's busted and one of the string retainer things is busted. This has a replacement bridge on it, because I couldn't for the life of me. Well, actually I could, but a Steinberger bridge is like twice what I paid for the guitar. And it had a license unit on it anyway. So I bought this random, it says Overlord of Music on it, which is pretty fucking lame. Bought that. Somehow the eBay people sent me 2. Apparently, I think I've been charged twice, I don't know, whatever, so I've got to get rid of one. And it came with a funny wee adapter thingy that lets you put normal strings on it. Just behaves like a, like a Floyd Rose locking nut. But no, this has the original diddly bloody double ball end thing on it. Double ball end strings are a bit of a bitch to find, but I managed to do it. It's a very clever guitar. I did away with the jazz bass style wiring and put a switch in, because every time I try to do jazz bass wiring it doesn't work. You'll notice it has a strap button there and there, so you can turn it upside down and play it left-handed, if you're left-handed, because it's, I mean, aside from the knobs and the writing, it's symmetrical. This thing is bridge tension, and this wee lever here, which I'm going to push up, don't know if you can see that or not, I just go, ugh, that locks the bridge. Cool, eh? So it's got a locking tremolo on it. It's a really clever guitar. It's just nuts. And this dude came up with this in the late 70s. Oh dear, it's got the original case as well, which I think I might stand on. Is this a good idea? Is anything I do a good idea? Oh sweet, there we go. So now you can sort of see it. Tell you what, I'll just bring the strap up so you can actually see what I'm doing. Relative to its size, it's quite a heavy thing. There's not much to it, but it's dense. It's 100% maple. It has the original Cort, equipped with power sound, high gain super distortion pickup. It has 2 of them, and they are indeed very high output. action's a bit high, because I think I've got the saddles in the wrong places, because I'm a muppet. The bridge is very easy to set up, having never touched one before. Oh god, straps high as now. Oh yeah, truss could do with a bit. Whatever. I set it up last night, so it's had all day and night to set in. It's almost 9 at night, and I'm making noise, but it's a Friday, so whatever. And I think it's really cool. It's clever, it's little. It actually makes quite a good noise. I mean, the pickups are kind of one-trick ponies. But, like, it works, man. The jack's in a bit of a weird place. And seconds, mere seconds, dear viewer, before I started filming, the jack sort of exploded, and now it's a bit... I don't know what's going on there, so I should probably do something about that. Poor old thing. Oh well. It's got a ding in it, about there. The rest is just wear and tear. Oh, you can hear something rattling. Probably bits of jack. But yeah, fucking cool little guitar. Quite pleased with it. Because you're expecting a headstock to be there, well, me as someone who's never played a headless until now, just going to bring that down a wee bit, there's just this big piece missing. So I want to go for an E minor, and I go, oh no, that's an F sharp. E minor's here, because there's, like, any other guitar, you go down there and you tend to hit the headstock if you slide down too quick, but this you just slide off. So that's one gripe with it. The other one is it doesn't have the Steinberger armrest thing that sort of sits down here and goes, so it's a bit of a bitch to play sitting down, hence I'm standing for this particular video. Other than that, it's a good wee conversation piece. You say to people, hey, I got a cricket bat, and they go, mm-hmm. And you go, no, look at this, it's Darth Vader's guitar, which is pretty fucking accurate. Just gonna whack this on now. Could see that, or yeah, that'd be fucking spewing. I'm not. Oh shit! How do I? What do you do in these fucking videos about something you've never dealt with before? Oh hey. Let's hang on. No, it's okay. I'm down here. I'm alive. What have I got? Hello. Oops. Oh, I just unplugged it at the amp. Sorry, cable. This is, here you are, this is bits of the original bridge. It says Steinberger system, under license, patent pending, blah blah blah. You'll see in here we've got the string holding thingies. If I oh no, I'm not going to undo that, it's stupid. Simply because in there is a spring. And these little claw thingies, you put the ball end string in there, then you tighten it up. And oh, she's disappearing. And that's how you tune it. To speed things up, there's screw heads in the back there. That is the locking mechanism. All it is just a little hook underneath the guitar and you sort of push it up. You can see someone's, well, it's a very old tremolo. Someone's locked it and unlocked it a few times. In there sits a big spring, so that when this is anchored into the body, oh, here's the hook thingy, just turn it around, that's the bit that locks it, all there is to it. She's not going to go anywhere. Brilliant. So the tremolo sits a bit like that, two-point pivoting thingy, and that's your tension spring. And the trick is to tune it to pitch and piss around with that until the bridge sits flat. So you can lock it and unlock it like a jazz master, similar kind of concept. And let's just lock it like that. Job. She ain't going nowhere. Bought it on a whim, obviously. And it's just like, wow, okay. That's why these things are cool. Now, if you want an original one from the 80s, they're like $4,000 US. It's absolutely nuts. You can, what have I got in here? It's a spring and some saddles. Ah. What I do have here, oh, getting a bit close, is the adapter thingy. There you go. So instead of the ball end doodah, you can whack this on. And, well, I'm not really sure what happens there. I haven't looked at this yet. Oh no, there you go. So you put your normal string ends in there, do up the wee Floyd Rose clamp thingies. There you go, so you can put normal strings on it, which is a fucking cool idea. Oh, you put them through the back there. That's cool. I don't know, I might whack that. Oh no, I've got a whole bunch of strings on the way that I found on eBay for fuck all. Catches that take like 2 weeks to get here. The ones on here at the moment I found at a shop that's like almost an hour's drive away, and I was like, nah, fuck, I'll just pay the $5 to get them posted. So yeah, that's me cricket bat. I'll just go and plug it back in. Dickhead. Actually, is that a good idea? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. No, that's a shit idea. My most sincere apologies to all Halloween fans watching. Eventually I'll get it set up properly. We'll figure out how to do it. The saddles are bothering me because I think they're like, yeah, those two are sitting way too proud. B and G are sitting too low, so I've got them, their radius like a Floyd Rose, and I've fucked that up. Because I pulled it out of the bag. Oh, bonus round. Ugh, now I'm going to strangle myself to do that. And you can't see jack shit. Jesus, I'm really bad at this. This is the side of the bridge, as you can see. And maybe in there somewhere you can see a tiny little Allen screw. That, no headstock to worry about, pushes all the saddles together. And that's how you keep your intonation and shit. So it's all very clever. And that's, I almost can't get over that. But yeah. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to try and play it because it's fucking cool. Probably get rid of the pickups at some stage because, like, they're cool, but yeah, they are very one-trick pony-ish. I believe the originals had an active preamps type thing going on. They were a Steinberger design, not EMGs, but a lot of people put EMGs in them. EMGs are spendy, and yeah, there's nowhere to put a battery. Got a control cavity and that's it, and it'll be a real fucking squeeze in there, I tell you. Well, I'll tell you what, Bobby, dang it, that boy ain't right. So whatever goes in here will be passives. Bill Lawrence's would be cool, they're sort of era specific, era correct rather, period correct I think the word is. But yeah, so if you see a fucking headless guitar turn up and you're like, oh, I don't know how to work on that, that's dumb, blah, blah, blah. Fucking buy it, man, this is cool. It's in surprisingly good nick with fuck all fretwear. I think my favourite feature is it has a 0 fret. It doesn't have a nut because it's got that thing. That's your nut and your holding thingy. And it has a 0 fret. I don't think these are stainless somehow. Maybe they are. That one's got a few gouges out of it, but nothing to write home about. So yeah. That's the old Steinberger copy cricket bat. If you'd rather buy a new one, you can buy sort of, I think the Ned Steinberger builds them under the name Steinberger Sound, because Gibson owns the Steinberger name. And Gibson have applied for bankruptcy because they're fucking idiots and they don't know what they're doing. Shit. Yeah, that's my cricket bat. I'm gonna go and, I should take it to an open mic and just scare people because it's so ridiculous. Sooner or later I'll get the half-hour video about bloody coil taps and shit up that I did with the Santana and the telly. But for now, don't do anything silly, unless it's buying a headless guitar.